Hello, everyone, and today I'm going to be showing you some stuff about the new Emergent factions mechanic in Total War Rome Remastered and how the new unlimited modding limits, like the lifted modding limits, actually make this a pretty incredible feature. So I'm going to show you this utilizing the Chivalry Total War Remastered Crusader States campaign, where I have actually implemented some formable emergent factions. So let's get into it. And this time we spawned in 1098, and we spawned with a not great army, and our leader is Richard d'Albret. And we spawned in Nicomedia province. Of course, the Crusaders have a sort of semi-random spawn. You can spawn with a good stack. You can spawn with a medium stack like this one. But the objective is the same. So let's head over to the Levant and I will show you the new mechanic. All right, and we just took Antioch after a battle, and we're going to occupy it. And now we're going to adopt a new nobleman, which is nice. But right now, with our current funds, let us repair a couple of buildings and construct Crusader State Proclamation. Okay, again, this is always the first building you should construct when you take a city that has the ability to construct it, because it solves your public order problems. It has religious conversion. It increases population growth, public order due to happiness, due to law, and tax income. So it's everything you want. And then the building tree from Crusader State Proclamation is quite good. You get Crusader State Estates, which allows you to recruit infantry and crossbowmen. And it's a building you need to have. So now let's end the turn, and I wonder if something's going to happen. Oh. Okay, then. So this mechanic I still have to tweak, but here's what actually happened. I took Antioch, and due to a script, I was able to induce a revolt in Antioch. And due to that revolt I induced, Antioch, I now control the Principality of Antioch, which is now an emergent faction in the Chivalry Total War Remastered early era campaign. So as you can see here, a new faction has emerged, the Principality of Antioch. So now in Chivalry Total War Remastered, if you take Edessa, the county of Edessa will spawn. If you take Antioch, the Principality of Antioch will spawn. If you take Tripoli, then the county of Tripoli will spawn. And if you take Jerusalem, then the kingdom of Jerusalem spawns. So this is all brand new for the next update of Chivalry Total War Remastered. And of course, what this means is that you start out with a nice army, right, including local levies, order archers, which are kind of like auxiliary Crusader archers, some Armenian cavalry, some order men-at-arms, which are kind of like auxiliary infantrymen, some knights. Again, this is also sort of semi-random, and some levy watchmen as well. And this actually really strengthens your position. Now, the Crusader horde, which spawned, or which left the city after the Principality of Antioch spawned, they can go whenever they want. So actually, the Crusaders in this game, they actually went up here and they didn't keep going to Jerusalem. That is up to the AI. I have seen campaigns where the Crusader horde goes down to Jerusalem. I've seen campaigns where they don't, and they can go wherever they want. That's up to them. But you can, of course, continue the crusade from your newly spawned faction. And of course, the fact that you have a whole bunch of money at the start and the fact that you get a bunch of support and extra knights, that sort of represents the European support you get due to your successful crusade and your successful taking of a city in the Levant. So That's actually pretty cool, I think. And this shows the potential of Total War Rome Remastered because, in Rome and Medieval 2, you couldn't have mechanics like this. Why? Because, this mod, Chivalry, was based on the original Rome Total War engine, which did not have any of the barbarian invasion mechanics, such as shadow factions and hordes and things like that. But now, since in Rome Remastered the features of all the exe files are combined, you now have access to all of the functions of every exe, right? So you can have, for example, the horde mechanic, which of course we already do in Chivalry Total War Remastered, but you can also have the new Emergent faction mechanic. So every one of these factions, they're not playable from the start. They don't have to be playable. They could be an Emergent faction, right? So the Crusader horde is a playable Emergent faction, but these guys who only emerge due to specific circumstances that either the player or AI has to do, right? These factions are not playable. They're only playable if you actually fulfill those conditions as the Horde faction. So this is actually a feature that comes from Total Conquest, which, again, very, very great mod that really illustrates the potential of Rome Remastered. Now, with Rome 2, with Attila, those mods, Medieval 1212 and such, of course, you can liberate lands and create vassal states, right? Liberate provinces, create new factions, like the County of Tripoli, for example, in 1100 AD. But, because everything on the map is so static, you can now, of course, due to Starsmill's modding brilliance in medieval 1100 AD, you can change the location of settlements in those newer mods, but you can't create a new map. You can't do wonders for the map, right? You can't add new provinces that are needed. You can't really shift things that don't make sense for the era, or add new provinces that do make sense for the era, right? So I'm going to quickly toggle the fog of war, and I'm going to reveal a couple of things here. So you might notice the map is a lot more colorful than it used to be. And that's because northern Italy is now quite crowded. And of course, in Iberia, this is a whole new Iberia. In any case, this next update is going to have quite a bit in it. So I look forward to releasing this for you all. I look forward to seeing all your campaigns as the Emergent Crusader states, and I'm excited for all the Rome Remastered mods that are going to be coming out soon. So if you like content about the historical Total Wars and their mods, consider subscribing to the channel, consider liking the video, consider checking out Chivalry Total War Remastered. This update, it's going to come soon. I can't tell you exactly when, but it will come soon, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one later.